Either God here coming to you live and direct with another video. And in this video, I want to share some current thoughts of this movie, Black Panther 2. I'm currently watching it right now, but I just had to get this information off my chest and make a video about it. You know, my thoughts, my perception on it, right? So, you know, that y'all say that we are in the age of Aquarius where things are being revealed and stuff like that, right? Okay, it's about the water. You know, we recently had articles upon articles where water is being drained, rivers are drying up and stuff like that, right? Now this is a spoiler alert, and I'm just trying to connect the dots for myself, you know, and just put these ideas out there for y'all to, you know, help connect these dots. So basically, it's all about water. It seems water. I mean, this planet is mostly water, right? Hence, you know, water being blue. You know, um, the movie Avatar. They're blue people. I believe that before we were conquered, we were all the color blue. The original people of this planet were the color blue. You got the Smurfs, they're blue. You see what I'm saying? I believe that the original people of this planet were blue until they were conquered. Watch the movie Black Panther 2. They're talking about blue people, and it, like I said, like they would talk about all of this stuff. They always put this stuff in front of our face ahead of time. You know. So yeah, we're gonna go into it. Okay. This specific image that I'm showing y'all right now. This is where they said the ocean or some type of pipeline was on fire, right? If you watch the movie Black Panther 2, they always I mean, Marvel in itself always talks about war. That's all they do, war, fight. So basically, this god, this being, his name is Namor, something like, I think Namor, yeah. This guy right here in Black Panther 2, he's a water being. He's like a demigod or something like that. I can't remember. But that's vibranium. Like I told y'all, these beings, they're fighting for resources on this planet, and vibranium is one of those resources. Vibranium. And to me, vibranium represents all of the resources on this planet. Vibranium represents all the resources on this planet. And what else I had said? Basically, oh yeah, basically Wakanda represents Earth. These beings, whoever they are, these malevolent beings invaded Wakanda, aka Earth, and they started trying to control the resources, aka vibranium. They want full control of vibranium, aka all of the resources on the planet, and they will enslave the people on the planet to keep control of these resources, and they will mine the actual planet that holds these resources, and they will mine the people that hold these resources. Mine minerals, mine. They will mine your body for the minerals that they need to sustain their lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? So, you notice when they be talking about they doing all these testings in these oceans and stuff. If you watch the movie Black Panther 2, Black Panther 2 is about, so far, about this guy right here protecting his city that's underwater. Wakanda, he had abducted Shuri, the princess of Wakanda, and took her underwater and showed her his underground city that he wants to keep secret from the public. So, to my understanding, there are cities underwater that we are unaware of, at least the collective consciousness is. Because we don't care nothing about what's going on underwater. We just care about what's happening on the surface. And you'll hear some dialogue about that in the movie Black Panther 2. Cause he gonna be like, see, this is what happened. I think, yeah, they had got infected by some type of illness called smallpox. They got infected, and a plant that was infused with vibranium, I believe, or made from vibranium, something like that. They drunk that plant. They became the color blue in the movie. Therefore, it altered their genetics, and they had to go to the water. They could no longer stand being on the surface, so they went to the water, and they moved underground and became secret because the surface had became infested, as you see now, because we've been conquered. So now the surface world is infected, and the underworld is kept secret away from the people, because you see what I'm saying? They don't want to get infected. So that's what I'm calculating in my mind right now. On the surface world is clearly infected, and that's where you come in with the bombings that you seeing. They talking about something, they doing testing in the water. No, I believe that they trying to bomb those cities that are underwater. And think about it. What you testing bombs for in the water for? I feel like these beings are coming back to fight from underwater, and they bombing them, stopping them in their tracks. That's what you see in Black Panther 2, the storyline, where the god Namor, he gonna come back for revenge, because the girl, since he had abducted Shuri, the princess of Wakanda. The queen has sent Nakia, which is her daughter, I believe, to go rescue her. And in doing so, she killed his daughter, I think. And she was blue. So you already know that's gonna bring war, and that's what I always say. They always into war. They making us, and it's all over resources. You see what I'm saying? It's all over resources. So that's what I think this is all about. It's about water. It's some cities that are underground that we're unaware of, and they're kept secret. The city was called. This is his daughter right here, I believe. She had ended up dying. She got shot by Nakia because she was coming to rescue the princess of Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? So these are blue people, and like I made a post on Instagram telling y'all that they were immune to being hit with bullets. Bullets is a false magic. It's a weak magic that these beings use against us, but they had to lower our vibration in order for those bullets to penetrate our flesh, our vulnerable flesh. And that's why I believe we die to bullets now. But when we raise our frequency, at least to my knowledge, we raise our frequency, we eat right and stuff like that, we get our mind right and stuff like that, we'll be able to stop bullets in their path. But of course we don't believe that now. So, cause we mostly stuck in that fear vibration now. Cause when you see a gun or a bullet, you gonna automatically click in your head, fear. I'ma die. I'ma get shot. This bullet gonna go through me. So it's automatic, you dead already. You see what I'm saying? Based off your thought process, which they programmed us multiple throughout the existence of the gun. You see what I'm saying? So basically, Namor and Aquaman pretty much the same thing. They underwater. They protecting the underwater cities, and that's what it's about. This whole grand scheme is about keeping things hid So you got all these beings swimming on the water and stuff like that, as far as I know. And we don't even know it. And they being attacked. Their cities are being attacked and mined for resources and stuff like that. But that's based off this movie though. I don't know how true it is. I don't have no proof. I don't have no physical proof of it. I'm just sharing my perception of it. So as you can see right here, they got a little mask on. They and it's crazy because they got the little mask symbolism. They made us start wearing masks, and then now they want to start putting them in the movies. But that mask is the water. See, his original form, he was like he was like pinkish or whatever. Basically his color. That was his color. They got infected by smallpox. They drunk the plant that so-called healed them, and it turned them blue, and they could no longer breathe this so-called oxygen, so they had to resort to water. So they moved underwater. They created civilization underwater. Speaking of that, I want to talk about, because I don't know if I talked about it. So basically, where they talk about World War One and all of that, right? Daylight, he talked about this. Thanks to him, I'm pretty much just connecting the dots. So basically, this World War, yeah, I think I already talked about it, but I'm gonna talk about it again if I haven't. So basically, these wars that we seeing, these mushroom clouds, when they be bombing people, bombing these sites and stuff like that, that's when they killed people. That's when they killed the original people that occupied the land and stuff like that. Right? Where was I going with that? I forgot already. I lost my train of thought. But yeah. And then what's so crazy, what I find so embarrassing is the fact that these beings, they always want to go to war. Cause this what happened. I think a so-called black scientist, the African scientist, this young female, black female, she created a device that could track something, I think, could track vibranium, and Namor wanted her dead because he's trying to protect his city from ever being revealed or found out about. So he thinks killing the young scientist is gonna save his city. Matter of fact, this is the city right here, and that's the sun that's within that city. All of this is underground, and it's crazy how they just not showing us this in the right era or whatever, timeline, because they gotta put the truth in our face. This is the sun that's within the earth, and they literally have a sun inside of their little water city. That's what he's protecting. And like I said, we all know now that it's going to get hot on this planet. It's going to get hotter and hotter. And that's the sun that's within the earth. And that's why you see all this so-called fog that they calling it. But it's really steam. Because they trying to constantly make it cold, because I believe these beings, they also down there too, fighting all the time, and that's why you got all these bombs and stuff going off in the ocean. But they create a cover up backstory and say, "Nah, we just testing, y'all. We just testing." But y'all don't even know they probably just bombing all of those aquatic beings that are down there. I don't know if they underwater or whatever, but I mean, either way, we don't know, and that's my problem. We don't know, and they won't let us find out. They'll kill us if we even try to go down there with them. You see what I'm saying? They'll kill their own kind if they try to if you try to just go and figure out what they doing down there underwater and stuff like that. Just like that dude, that white dude who tried to he came across a river that was inside of another river, and um like weeks or months later, the guy had ended up getting assassinated because he found out that there were rivers within rivers under, underwater. You see what I'm saying? So when we find out these things, they make sure they knock us off so it doesn't get back to the world or whatever. So that's the problem that I was having. Also, I heard that in Antarctica, it's a reason why they don't want us to go to Antarctica, because in Antarctica there's a location that they can view when Nibiru is returning, or they can see when there's other beings that are coming here to this planet or something like that. That's why I think it's cold over there. I'm not sure. I don't know how true this is, but it's just what registered in my mind. Just imagine basically you having a telescope only in Antarctica, where you can see on the edge of the planet, which we don't have access to because we in the United States. We in they little confine, they construct, and they fence, chilling, on their little devices that they give us, working their jobs while they wailing Antarctica, looking out to make sure that it don't be no more intruders to come take back this planet, or foil their plans with us and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's what it's all about. And in the grand scheme of things, this is about war, and we don't even know it because we so distracted. All we know is get money, invest in businesses. You just see what I'm saying? Like, that's so primitive. That's all we know. But what do they know? What do these beings that's controlling us, what do they know? You think that they worrying about just getting money? They created the money for us to indulge in. You think they worried about some money? They worrying about keeping us attached to their physical stuff, their materialistic things. Stuff, money, clothes, cars, toys, TV shows. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's pretty much it. That's what I think is going on. They send rivers on fires and stuff, and then they talking about some this. They're talking about it's some oil being spilled, and that's what's causing the fire and all of that. But I don't know. Either way, Earth is big, and there's a lot of water out there. Like I said, just go watch Black Panther 2. I'm finna go back and start back watching it. Maybe I'll get some more downloads as to what I think is taking place. We used to be breathing a certain element, and we are no longer breathing it, but I heard that it's returning. That element is returning to us, and that's why these beings are going out their way to keep us from breathing what we supposed to breathe. Cause just think about it, like I said, they control the atmosphere now, so they got to keep control of that. But when they lose control of that, and we can no longer adapt, it's just like us eating poison all our life. When we start back eating healthier food, that's going to be poison to us because we've already adapted to the previous poison. We don't eat healthy no more. We adapted to eating the poison. So when everything starts restoring, you see what I'm saying? Everything starts going back to the way it was. That's gonna be viewed to our GMO bodies as a sickness because we've already adapted to the inorganic form of living. You see what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So I hope y'all learned something from this information. I hope y'all learned something. And like I said, these beings, they were strong. They were strong. They bullets did not penetrate their flesh. Well, actually, one did. Actually, a couple did, but they could regenerate. They could regenerate their health and stuff like that. And one scene on the bridge. Also, I just realized this. Basically, they kill us with each other. So, peep this. I just realized because the girl, she died, but see, she was. I think her genetics were present of vibranium, but she got shot with vibranium. So basically, you can kill somebody who made out of the same element. Like example, I heard that so-called bullets, the little gunpowder and stuff like that, that stuff come from so-called black people, the elements, the minerals and stuff like that, right? You know, they kill a lot of black people and they use their organs and all of that stuff to make the very weapons that we use today, right? So so like I said, I don't have no proof of it, but just hear me out. So um the bullets and stuff like that, the powder and all of that, basically you can kill the person with the same mineral presence, if that makes sense. Basically, like, if I was made of kryptonite, you can only kill me by shooting me with kryptonite. So yeah, that's the best way that I can put it. But yeah, I'm liking Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2 so far is way better than the first one. Way better. I'm liking the storyline, but I felt some type of way when I realized that they always pushing this war, bruh. Matter of fact, yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. I think I have lost my track of thought, but what had happened was the government, cause see, it's basically you got Wakanda. Wakanda is allying with the United States or whatever, right? And they found a new enemy, which is Namor. He is trying to kill the United States, but you know Wakanda is basically allied with the United States. So now you got three different factions. You got the water people, Namor, his tribe. You got Wakanda, so-called Africa, whatever, and you got the United States. Now it's three people warring with each other. But see, these people, these beings right here, they were infiltrating the U.S. nations, the United Nations, but America, the United Nations, was thinking that it was Wakanda that was doing it, but it was really these beings. So now Wakanda done got tied up into this battle or whatnot. So now it's finna be every man for himself, I believe. But we gonna see. I might be saying it wrong, but again, just watch it for yourself. See what information you get from it. I'm just sharing what I get from it. So with that being said, thank y'all for listening. Either God signing out. Peace.